pulled over here to get you guys a good walk around of the car. So let me go ahead and show you guys what the car's looking like. So you guys have pretty much seen the car since it was just on lowering springs, but here it is aired out. And I got my shadow in there because it's nice and sunny. But yeah, there it is, yellow seat belts and everything. Got the Corsas. These are the Corsa Sports, which you guys will hear once I'm actually driving and getting onto it and stuff. So now that you guys have kind of just seen the walk around, let's go ahead, hop in the car and start a discussion for today while driving the 5.0. So today's topics are going to be, how much is my insurance? What are my next car goals? What phone mount this is, because you guys have been blowing me up about it. And also, what is the best exhaust setup on a 5.0, which to me is my current one, which we'll talk about later, but I'm gonna leave the windows down for right now, just to let you guys hear it. But yeah, like I said, I was driving earlier, so engine's all nice and warm. Not really getting too much traction, even with warmer tires, which I'll kind of show you. I mean, just first, second, and almost basically third just spins, which kind of sucks. But, so obviously first. So yeah, that no boss torque or whatever without long tubes is kind of a myth whenever you can't get traction for 3 gears. So yeah. Gets up and goes and sounds awesome, so I'm just gonna roll them up right now. But that kind of gave you guys a quick sound of what my exhaust is. Ooh, a little warm from earlier. Had the heater on because it was like 40 degrees this morning. So now we're just hopping up on the freeway. Looks like a little bit of traffic. Oh, avoid that thing. So we'll get up to speed here. Just gonna roll into third. Oh, that was fourth. Yeah, so avoid all that traffic. The semi-truck is trying to pass another semi-truck. So I'm glad we didn't get stuck behind that. So now the first topic, which is how much is my insurance? Well, I actually do not have any tickets besides window tint on my insurance, which helps me big time. I'm 21. I do have 2 cars, but I'm insured on 3 cars. There's actually 2 Mustangs, my mom's, I'm insured on fully. I have insurance on this one, and then I have insurance on my daily driver, which is a 2005 Ford Focus ST. So my insurance prices aren't really gonna reflect yours necessarily because I'm on 2 Mustangs, not just 1, but I pay $165 a month. I do have a good student driver discount, which helps me out like 15%, I think, which is pretty good. I have USAA. And actually, my daily driver, the Ford Focus, that got rear-ended when I was leaving school one day. And I was stopped at a stoplight. It was totally her fault, but that thing got totaled out, and I didn't even really mess with them too much. I mean, it was all hers and Progressive, but they reached out to me and made sure everything was fine and asked for my statement, which was pretty cool. I luckily haven't had to use USAA yet, and I don't plan to, but I just know that USAA, or what I've read online, is that they're really good. My grandpa's in the military, so I think you have to have someone in your family be military to be able to get that. The factors are obviously going to be your age, your driving history, what year the car is, and how much it's valued, and also your location. You know, California is probably pretty expensive. I've also heard that places with high populations and higher density cities, they pay a pretty good amount too, maybe because of more crime and break-ins and stuff like that. But it is totally based on your zip code, how many miles a year you drive it, and things like that. So for me, it's $165 to answer the question. However, if you're a new driver, I wouldn't suggest getting it because your insurance will probably be pretty high. I got a question about if a Mustang 5.0 is a good first car, and let me tell you guys, when I was looking for first cars, I was so wrong about value. Oh geez, this bump. Ugh. Really not that bad though. Like I was saying, when I was looking at first cars, I was so like in a daze about values. I thought I was really gonna get an Audi S5, which at the time was like 30 grand. I was so like misinformed, or I just had like this crazy idea of how cars and buying them works. Your average 16-year-old is not gonna be able to go out onto a new car car lot or a used car lot and buy a $30,000 car without getting absolutely wrecked in interest and car payments. Not only did I not have the income to support it, I don't think I was ready to have a 5.0. As you saw, I just spun, granted I have some mods, I just spun first, second, third, and I really wasn't doing much besides going 20 miles an hour. So, and a stock 5.0 is the really dangerous one because the bushings and everything really make the body roll. As you can see, mine was pretty stable and going straight with my spin, rather than a stock car, which will have body roll and a lot of slop in it. And that's when you get that crazy meme action where everybody slides and fishtails. Unless you have a background in racing or you're just a high performance driver in general, I would not suggest a 5.0. One, the insurance is going to be way too high. Two, the cost of the car, you may not be able to support that. And three, the actual class of this car, it wants to bite back, especially if you don't know what you're doing and you're rough on the throttle and don't understand the physics of cars and driving. You're definitely going to not have a good time. Probably going to end up in a wreck, which is going to again raise your insurance, so it just makes it even more expensive to own. So I would say wait, buy a car like an E36, a Miata, or something like that, a nice balanced rear-wheel drive car, and learn from there. I think that would be a better step than to actually just start off with a high-performance car. But like I said, if you have a racing background, you're pretty ballin', and you can just afford it and throw money around, then by all means go for it. I love 5.0's. Everyone should be able to experience this because it's just instant torque, lots of fun. And when you build them right, people usually like them and they're not just your average 5.0 or V6 Mustang you see everywhere. These people are going so slow. Get out of the way, people. As far as cars, the next car goal would probably be a F-150 or a CLS 63 AMG. I love the one before they went to the rounded bubbly shape. I really like the sharp with the two bars. My girlfriend Ashley really loves that. So I think that would be a big goal for us. Plus, you can make those look absolutely insane, and they're luxury. They're coming down in price because AMGs depreciate pretty bad. Those two would be the next vehicles as far as like actual goals. However, in the future, I want a Huracan or a 720S. Lamborghini Huracan is actually a pretty good bargain at like 250K, 200K because it looks so insane. They have so many modifications available. It's basically the Mustang of supercars. There's body kits, wheels, bags, wings, carbon everything. I mean, you can really just go crazy with the Huracan. I know Ferraris are probably more balanced. They're rear-wheel drive, lighter weight, but something about just the pizzazz of a Lambo and that wedge shape just looks so aggressive and mean. Plus, imagine this, a gloss black Huracan with black wheels and yellow calipers with carbon fiber wing and side skirts and everything with the front lip. I mean, just imagine that. Literally the same scheme as the Mustang right now, but on the Huracan. That would be insane. So really quickly, the phone mount, you guys seem to really love this. It has a little magnet on the back that I put on my case, but it just sticks on there. Oh, there we go. So it never falls off. As you can see, we just hit a little bump and it didn't really do much. This is by Scosche. I'll have the link down below to Amazon. It's like 10, 12 bucks. They're also at Best Buy in-store, and Best Buy will price match Amazon. We gotta get all the way over. We gotta get all the way over, boys. So to finish it off, let's talk about what my thoughts are on the best exhaust. Obviously, I think that Corsas are the best exhaust because just listen to that. It just opens it up, and as you can kind of hear while I'm driving, this is catless, which don't tell California, but this is actually a lethal off-road H-pipe, which, oh my god, I got a semi-truck right here. I got a truck merging. One good thing about having a 5.0 with a lot of horsepower is you can make your own gaps when people aren't letting you in or doing whatever. So you can pretty much just see a gap, get to it, and pass people. Kind of keeps you out of danger because there was a guy that semi-truck was not wanting to let me over. Just get on it, and that way you're good to go. As you can hear right now, I'm cruising at about 70 miles an hour in traffic with the lethal off-road H-pipe with Corsa Sports quad tips. They're in black chrome, which you guys kind of saw earlier with the walk around. But really, it's pretty quiet, and you guys can hear me talking just fine. But as soon as I downshift, watch, I'll do this. That's 4,000 RPM. It's stays pretty quiet. I mean, it's definitely loud outside, but on the inside, it's not too bad, not drony. Obviously, you hear it because it's louder than stock, but I think Corsa has the best exhaust systems out there. Sport and Extreme, they one, look awesome. They two, have zero drone because they put a ton of technology into it. I actually have a link with Corsa to get you guys a discount. It's 5% off. You just use the code DOTY at checkout and it'll get you 5% off, which doesn't sound like a lot. With the price of these very quality pieces, it does save you a decent amount of money. Difference between Sport and Extreme is obviously they're kind of talking about the sound quality. Sports are a little more subdued. However, they're plenty loud. If someone was behind me and I revved it, you feel it in your chest. However, the Extremes are insane, and people like to do Extremes with long tubes, which I think sounds terrible. Everyone just loves that because they want to be the loudest Mustang ever, but you just sound like crap to me. But Corsa Sports and Extremes alone or with an H-pipe or something sound pretty good. I just think you got to muffle a little bit more if you're going long tubes. So almost on the campus, we're just going to have to park in the parking garage. That's illegal there, buddy. Oh, a little bit of a tunnel. That's all we got. They also have a couple different finishes now. They have the black chrome, the normal polished, which is like chrome, and then they also have this like matte brushed one, which is pretty sick, gunmetal gray. So that one's pretty new. I don't know if the 5.0's have it yet, but I just have the 1314 GT 500 Corsa Sports, the quad tips, and yeah, because they're all the same. They all link up the same. The only difference is that this guy. Thing is terrible. Pretty much rolling into the final destination. This is my campus, Sacramento State. So I'm gonna go ahead, park inside the parking garage. So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up right here. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know of any names that you guys have for this little series. I do want to continue it, and also if you have any more topics, as you guys can see, you guys can DM me on Instagram or leave them a comment in a video. I do read all of those and try to. So if you guys leave it, I may even start writing down the usernames so that way I can talk about who came up with the topic. Might be a little difficult on more like popular topics where multiple people request, but I can try my best. And now we're in the parking garage, but I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up right here. I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did, then please comment, like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.